What was the most important piece you got from his profession? What is nutrition? What did you say? What is nutrition, Raymond? Move your hand. What is it? Layla, when he was teaching about health, what grabbed your attention? Did you learn about what you should not do? Why? Why shouldn't you eat the wrong stuff? Dollar, what impacts your knowledge that you didn't know? You're gonna just sit in enrichment. I tell you. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So now you get ready to be introduced to my wonderful good guy here, Mr. He's going to introduce himself, and you're going to learn a lot, and he's very engaged. So focus on him. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning, class. First and foremost, give yourselves a round of applause for being here today. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, guys, my name is Mr. Turnipseed. I'm actually in the financial services space. So what I do is I teach about money, right? I teach about how you can accomplish your goals and dreams. So how I even got introduced to this industry, grew up, I always knew I wanted to be successful. I always knew I wanted to make a lot of money, but I didn't know anyone who's done it that can teach me that way. So I ended up going to college where I studied business, entrepreneurship at Morgan State University. And I ended up getting a mentor who was actually a multimillionaire. Now this mentor was able to teach me what I can do with my money. He taught me about investing. He taught me about stocks. He taught me about cryptocurrency. Raise your hand if you ever heard about stocks. What about cryptocurrency? What do you know about cryptocurrency? Heard of it, right? So he was able to teach me about these things and I learned it. And then my money that I made from my job, I was then able to take that and start making my money work for me. So what I did was I started teaching people as well. And that's when I ended up in the classroom. So I taught kindergarten for about 2 to 3 years, where I was educating the community on how they can be the best version of themselves and impacting the next generation. And one day a friend of mine said, hey, you like teaching, you like helping people, you should probably take something in financial services. So I started teaching people in my community about how money works, right? How money grows, the different ways your money can grow, different homes you could put your money, how to actually accomplish the goals and dreams that you have for yourself. So now, appreciate Dr. Scott for allowing me the opportunity to actually show you guys and teach you guys what I learned and what I wish that I knew when I was you all's age. So how old are you? How old are you all? 11, 12. So about 11 through 12 years old. Fair enough. 10, 13. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. So you guys are able to learn this information at such a young age. It took me into my 20s for me to learn it. You're learning it here. So please cherish this information. But first, does everyone have a sheet of paper and a pen? I love it. I love it. I love it. So take that pen or take that piece of that pencil and a piece of paper and write down 10. If I gave you $1 million, if I gave you $1 million, write 10 things that you would buy with that $1 million, or 10 things that you would do with that $1 million. If I gave you, what's your name? Kamara. If I gave you $1 million today, what would you do with it? Oh, I'll write it down for you. Oh, okay. What would you do? A house? What else? Like what? What else?
More technology, so I can like learn
Like a computer?
like books and yeah.
If I gave you $1 million today, what would you do with it? 10 things. Where would you go? What would you have?
So travel around the world, travel around the world to like explore.
Where you want to go? Africa. You know what part? Okay.
That's what I want to explore.
A lot of countries in Africa.
I go to New York.
New York? What you gonna do in New York?
Our companies and like organizations, things that they do. So like having like a plan B, plan C. Maybe like buy some equipment for like future things I want to do, like be a barber.
So you want to be a barber and a football player? Which one? Both? You gonna play football and then cut the hair on the sideline? All right. All right. Did anybody finish it? All right, cool. No worries. Take your time. Think, close your eyes, visualize, close your eyes and think, okay, if I had $1 million, where would I be? What would I do? Yep. And guys, the reason this is so important because we have to have a destination of where we want to go, right? Why are we working so hard? Why are we doing the things that we're doing? Why even start to save money? Why invest money? Why are we investing and saving money if we don't know what we want to have, what we want for our families? Yes, sir, in the back. What's your name? Tyler. Nice to meet you, Tyler. You're done? Okay.
Set up like free like savings account.
A savings account.
I got the money right now, and I got some money on the side.
Tyler, what's two things that you wrote down? Spread the money through your family. How big is your family? Okay. Okay. I love it. So you want to give. You want to give. I love that. Donate to a charity. So guys, the reason that this is yes, sir. What's your name? Leyland? Blake. Blake. Nice to meet you, Blake. I like your shoes. They're shiny. Right, two things. Like what? Like what? Okay. From where? Which one? Like which ones? Nike, Nordstrom, Gucci. Oh, North Face. What's going on? You doing good? Nike, North Face. You're gonna have a lot of jackets with $1 million. Cool. So the reason you guys this is so important because we have to be intentional about going out there and actually getting these things, right? Those things are not just gonna come into our lap. We have to know if we are making money, what we can do with money. So raise your hand if you do chores at home. You do chores at home. Do you all get like a allowance or have like a piggy bank or anything like that that you save money into? Yep, absolutely. Why do we save money in a piggy bank or and so why do we do that? Yes, sir. What's your name? Matthias. I love it. Mm-hmm. Speak up so everybody can hear you. Yep. I love it. I love it. Yes. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Matthias. Matthias. Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. What he said was very crucial. He said, invest. He said, invest while you're young. Because I want you to write something down. Write down compound interest. Compound interest. COMPOUND space interest. INTEREST. Compound interest. Yes. A paper? Yes, absolutely. You can have paper. Compound interest. Compound interest. This is powerful. So let me ask you this. Would you all rather me give you $1 million today or double one penny for the next 30 days? So I give you a penny. I double a penny for you every single day for the next 30 days. Which one would you rather have? Raise your hand for $1 million today. $1 million today. Yes. So one penny double is 2 pennies. The next day, 2 pennies to 4 pennies. The next one, 4 pennies to 8 pennies. The next one, 8 pennies to 16 pennies. The next one, 16 pennies to 32. Then 32 to 64. So would you guys rather have $1 million today? Raise your hand. Or a penny double for the next 30 days? Why a penny double for the next 30 days? Sir? Yeah? How so? I'm giving you $1 million up front. It's only a penny, right? It's only a penny. It doubles. It doubles. So if we actually look at it, right? Let's pull out a calculator. So this is the power of compound interest. We are 11, 12, 13 years old in this room right here today. Guys, if you double one penny for the next 30 days, can everyone see? So we take one penny, 1 cent, and double it. Got 2 pennies. That's one. Count it with me. So that's one. Say one. 10 million dollars because of the power of compound interest. The power of compound interest. So how does that work for us, right? In theory, that makes sense. But how can we actually apply that into our everyday life? It's something called investing. But you first have to budget. You have to learn how to save money. Yes, sir. Can you can get the money in pennies, dollars, quarters, dimes, gold, silver, cryptocurrency, any there's currency around. There's multiple different forms of currency, right? Yes. You was about to say something? Okay, I love it. I love it. So First, you save. You have to learn how to save. So if you make money, you want to save. There's a formula of how much you want to save. It's called the 50-30-20 rule, right? The 50-30-20 rule. Write this down. 50-30-20 rule. Meaning if you get $10 or $1 or $100 or $1,000 or $1,000,000, it's the same rule. It's the same rule. It's the 50-30-20 rule. Now, 50% of your money should go towards needs. What's a need? What are some things that you all need to survive? Yes. What's your name? Oh, sure. True. I love it. I love it. So, True, what are some things that you need to survive? Food. Write down food. Food is it. So make two columns. You have one column for needs, and then the other column for wants. Right? Needs and wants. One column for needs, the other column for wants. So we need food. Is it safe to say we kind of need food to survive? Absolutely. If we don't have food, we probably won't survive too long. We'll be dragging around, not really having any energy. So food is a need. Yes. Water. Water. Do we need water to survive? Absolutely. We need water to survive. So I would say that's pretty much a need. How about what would you say? Shelter. Yes, shelter. It's about to get hot outside. So you want some shelter so that you can go into the AC and things like that. So when it's cold, you want to make sure that you have a home to go to. So shelter is definitely a need. Yes. Clothing, 100%. Clothing is a need. So far we have food, we have water, we have shelter, and we have clothes. These are all needs, right? 50% of your money that you budget should go towards needs. Taking care of mortgage. Maybe you have a home and you have a loan against that home and you have a mortgage. Or maybe you pay rent. 50% of your income should go towards the shelter, clothing, food, water, necessities. We call those needs. And then on the other side, we have wants. 30% of your money should go towards wants. So, what are wants? What are some things that you all want? Yes. Hmm? Hygiene products. That can hygiene. It's kind of like a need, right? Recommended need. Highly recommended want. Yeah, definitely. I would say even a need is that's a need. Yes. A cellular device. We don't need a cell phone. We want cell phones so we can talk to each other. Well, you have friends here that you probably text and call and things like that. Maybe you have a cell phone. You want to call your mom. You want to call your best friend. That's a want. You don't need a cell phone. Yes. A Hellcat jailbreak. He can do just fine with a Honda, with a Toyota Camry. He doesn't need a Hellcat, but he wants a Hellcat. So we have to be intentional on saving money for the things that you want. So 30% of your income should go towards the things that you want. So if you want a Hellcat, how can you budget and save to go get a Hellcat? Does that make sense? So write that down. Yes. A PlayStation. Does he need a PlayStation? Absolutely. We need books. Just saying that's a one as well, but it's a highly recommended one. But a PlayStation, if you want a PlayStation, you save money. 30% of that should go towards the wants. Does that make sense so far, everybody? Absolutely. So write down your wants. That's important. These are the things that wake us up and get us energized and excited to go out there and accomplish the day. Go out there and go to work, right? Because we want certain things. Sometimes needs can be boring. We know we need a house. We know we need probably transportation. We know we need food or shelter or water, but wants gets us excited. That Hellcat gets him excited. So you want to save money for those things, right? But then you also need the 20%. Now, the first 10 should probably be tithed. I recommend tithing the first 10%. So if I get $100, I'm going to tithe $10. That's my first 10% that I'm going to do, right? Now, because I believe that God can bless me with, he could do more with 90% than I can do with all 100%. Now, that's me. Now, you also want to have 20% go towards savings, 20% in savings. Now, these savings is a peace of mind account. This savings will get you out of a rainy day. If your car breaks down, or let's say you need more clothes, you can take money from your savings and go get that. So 20% of your money should go towards savings. And that's the 50-30-20 rule. 50% should go where? Needs. 30% should go where? 20% should go where? Savings. And with that budget, you now have a solid plan. You now have a solid foundation to go out there and do step number 2. Yes. Hmm.
But like that, like more like once I put like the needs ahead, I mean the savings ahead because like what if like you do something wrong and it's like you say like you don't got enough money for it, you need something bigger than this 20%. So you put something bigger into your savings account so you can handle that. Then once you get that done with, you can work for it and put it back in your savings.
100%. Now that's all personal, right? Where you can say, "Hey, I actually want to save more. I want to save more than 20%. I can save 30%. I can save 40%." Now that's all a discretion. I highly recommend if you can save more, do that, right? But then you also have step 2. Now step 2 is when investing comes in place. That's the compound interest. How you can turn a penny into $10 million in 30 days by making your money work for you. Now, how do you do that? How can I make my money work for me? Yes. Yep. So like a business, starting a business. Yep. So starting a business, I can go get a lawnmower, but I'll still have to probably work it until I can pay someone to do it for me, and then I have a business. Now, how you can simply start to make your money work for you, even today, is something called investing. So you have different ways to invest. You have stocks. What are stocks? Think of stocks like companies. So we all know companies. Right now, you have on Jordans, right? Nikes, Jordans, Jordans, Nike. A lot of you all have on Nike. Majority, okay. Adidas, New Balance. These are all companies. These are. Did you guys know that you can actually make money from people buying the things that you have on right now? Did y'all know that? That you can make money when someone buys New Balance. You actually make money from that. How?
Like you see, like if you can buy these like some shoes are like $300,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can like some things like sell this and get like different ones.
Right. But no, you keep your shoes. Someone else buys shoes and you make money. Did you know that? How? Ding, ding, ding. You can become a shareholder or you can own a piece of Nike. You can own a piece of New Balance. You can own a piece of Apple. Raise your hand if you have an iPhone or a phone. You can own a piece of that. So now when your friends buy an iPhone, you're now making money. Now your money is working for you. Yes, sir. Bless you. Oh, 100%. 100%. 100%. We have to be good stewards with our money. When we make money, we want money. You want money to flow to you and stick to you, not just flow in and out, and now you never see it again. You want money to stick to you. So how do you do that? By making sure that you are a good steward of money. Yes, sir.
Like, say if you get like, say if you partner up with a low budget company or something, and y'all split it 50-50. Some of the most of the money they make, you will split it down, and y'all both get a check, and then you can start using that money to buy more, buy more product, and then they can sell it, and you make more money faster, and then you'll be able to invest.
That's like a business, entrepreneurship, right? This is the entrepreneurship, 100%. So ownership, you want to start owning certain things as well, not just being a consumer. You want to also own, right? Now you have stocks. Raise your hand if you know how cryptocurrency works. Cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency is a newer asset. Think of cryptocurrency being a digital asset. So a digital asset with computers working on behalf. Have you ever heard of like Bitcoin? Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe XRP. These are all cryptocurrencies. Now, this can have the potential to really make you a lot of money. But you have to do research. You have to get educated on these things. But these are all investing tools. Investing tools. You're investing for your future. For your future. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years, 20 years? What lifestyle do you want to live? That's why you take a portion of your money and you invest for the future. Because it's not all about what you have today. It's what you can build for tomorrow. Yes, sir.
I have a goal.
Okay, what's your goal?
Owning a mansion by the age of 12.
Owning a mansion by the age of 12. So how much money do you have to save from now to the age of 12 for you to own a mansion?
$100 billion.
So how are you planning on getting $100 million by the age of 12? Mm-mm. So gambling is turning something into nothing. It's turning nothing into something, sorry. When you gamble, you are trying to turn nothing into something. Not recommended. Not recommended. Because guess what? By you wanting to gamble to make $100 million, you may end up risking it all and losing it all. Yes.
So like, get or die.
Gambling is trying to turn nothing into something. Turning nothing into not working hard for it. Go work hard for it. Don't take a shortcut. Go work hard for it. Go work hard for it and also work smart for it. So work smart and work hard. Working smart is saying, hey, I'm going to go make money. I'm going to work hard for money. Working smart is saying, I'm going to also have my money go work hard for me as well. And it may not come overnight though. See, the thing is, it's something called delayed gratification. Investing is delayed gratification. You may not have that mansion at the age of 12, but wouldn't it be cool if you have it by the age of 22? You're still young, 22 years old. You just graduated college and you have a mansion. Do you know what most people they graduate college with? Something called debt. Raise your hand if you know what debt is. What's debt? What's debt? Money that you owe, something that you need to pay off. So now he has a mansion at the age of 22 when other counterparts have debt. Now, debt can turn you into owning something, and now you're working super, super, super hard to pay someone else. Guys, my goal is for you to not need debt, for you to start planning properly for yourselves to where you don't have to borrow from someone else. Because if you're in debt, you can now be a slave to the lender. We don't want you to be a slave to the lender. You want to have your own money, make your own investments, build your own wealth. And that's where it comes to budgeting, saving, investing, and things like that. Right? So that's crypto. You have stocks. Have you ever heard of real estate? Real estate. Real estate is the ownership of property. So when you have real estate, that means that you actually own a property, meaning that, hey, land, maybe a building, this building, and you make money because you own this building. That's real estate. These are all ways to make your money work for you. And you can do that for long term. And you're building that for long-term wealth, long-term security, long-term prosperity. And then you have step 3, which is really estate planning. It's leaving a legacy. Raise your hand if you want kids one day. Maybe not. But but we are kids, right? So, we are kids. So no, I understand. So essentially, if you don't come from a wealthy family has to come from you. And what that means is you have to build a legacy and create the opportunities for somebody to come into your family and say, hey, I have it easier because someone left me a legacy, because someone had that delayed gratification. They built out a legacy. They invested their money. They properly stored their financial resources. And I was able to benefit in conjunction, in return, because they were disciplined, because they had the intentionality. They didn't turn nothing into something. They worked hard, but they also made their money work hard for them. And they started estate planning. You have insurance. You could put things in trust, real estate. These are all different things that you want to start thinking about. So as we depart here today and you go home and do certain things, really understand that you have the power to utilize the power of compound interest, where you can double a penny for 30 days and have $10 million because you are young. The power of that is immense, immense power. It's a lot of power, guys. So as we wrap up, I'm gonna go through a little bit because this is what I teach on a day-to-day basis, right? Money, freedom, having a position in financial services, teaching people how to make money, how to save money, how to get out of debt, right? Putting money into the right things, planning for your future, having wants. That's why I started with what are some things that you want. If I gave you $1 million, what do you want? Because you want to start thinking about these things, but you also want to start planning for them as well. Because you can have a goal, but if there's no plan behind it, you don't take any action behind it, it's just a wish. Making money in your sleep. You want to begin to make money in your sleep. Not just, oh, I work hard for money. No, how can you start to make money in your sleep? That's important. That's important. Teaching smart spending. If I make $100, should I spend all $100? No. No. You got the 50, 30, 20 rule. 50% on needs, 30% on wants, 20% on saving, investment. That's smart, right? Helping people accomplish their big goals. So we just processed something. He wants $100 million mansion. It's more like a corporate building, but $100 million mansion by the age of 12. How old are you now? 11. So we need to plan for his big goal because it's a big goal. We need to plan for it. His plan wasn't so sound. He wants to gamble for it. And I said, work hard for it. But it may take some delayed gratification. Does that make sense? I love it. Showing the power of saving early. By you starting to save money early, the world is yours. The world is your oyster. What God has for you, God wants you to manage his financial resources properly. He wants you to be good stewards of his resources so that you can live a life of abundance. So you can live a life of prosperity. So you can help people out. You said give to charity to help people. You want to give your family money. You have to first be a good steward of his resources for him to bless you with more. Does that make sense? I love it. Dr. Scott, that's my time. So, what was some things that you guys learned? Yes. Wow, powerful. Mm.
Knowing how to manage my money, don't always take the bigger prize. The lowest prize might be better.
Mm. Delayed gratification. Not saying don't get the big prize. Strive for the big prize, but also collect your small wins. Collect your small wins because if you don't get it, so quick. Do you quit and give up and get discouraged? No. Set big goals, go accomplish it, but understand that patience is a virtue. It's all on God's time, and at the end of the day, it's not in our control. It's on God's time. Yes, sir. Wow. What's the 50-30-20 rule? Powerful. That principle alone can get you out of a lot of trouble, can save you a lot of heartaches, to save you a lot of headaches, and a lot of debt, and a lot of interest that you have to pay someone else. I love it. Love it. Love it. Yes. 100%. I love it. And one of the biggest things that you can do is to invest into yourself. That's the biggest thing that I've done. It wasn't investing in Apple stock or investing in cryptocurrency. It was me investing into myself, investing into a deeper relationship with God, investing into book knowledge, reading books, growing, going to different conferences, seminars, me investing into knowledge. And that's what you want to do. And you have to have money for that. You have to save and be diligent with your resources. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. The things that you're doing, your mind's being shaped up right now is going to impact you in years to come. I didn't learn this information until I was about 21 years old. So you're learning at 11 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old. It's powerful. Utilize it. Utilize it. Study it. Research it. Go home and fact check certain things that I said today. Research it. And then start to implement it. Say, hey, if I do this chore, can I get an allowance of $1, of $2, of $3? And start to save that. And practice the 50-30-20 rule. 100%. I love it. Give you guys, give yourselves a round of applause. Okay.